Cheers, everybody, and cheers to 38 acres of land under $50,000 or 9.9 acres of land under $43,000. Today, we're going to venture into South Carolina, Virginia, and New York. So let's see how much house we're going to get for our money. Hope you're all having a great day. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. So we're going to begin right here in Victoria, Virginia. This one's $49,900. Any of you looking in Virginia? This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath cutie on 0.4 of an acre lot. It has 1,107 square feet of living space. It's been in the market for 12 days. It was built in 1940. So it's $49,900, Victoria, Virginia at 1402 12th Street. So let's see how much house we're getting for our money. Look at this cutie. We have a metal roof. We have a beautiful covered front porch. Plenty of room for a porch swing. We have a flowering shrub there. Could be an azalea. Now in Victoria, Virginia, we're in Lunenburg County, where your population is 1,775 people. And the real estate tax rate is 0.76% in Virginia. So we have a white exterior, white interior, and we have hardwood flooring. A lot of potential right here, but it looks like we have some growth of weeds coming through that window. We're going to have to eradicate that. $49,900, Victoria, Virginia right here. And I do have some AI rendering, so stay tuned for that toward the end of the video so you can see what this kitchen right here will look like spruced up. But we have long vertical cabinets above. We have a nice window above our double sink. You've got your door there to get you outside. Looks like vinyl flooring. A lot of potential right here. Victoria, Virginia, Lunenburg County. There's our beautiful clawfoot tub so you can soak away your troubles and think about how you're going to modernize your Victoria, Virginia house. Hope you're all having a great day. Cheers, everybody. It's always a beautiful day to view houses. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome to subscribe and join our growing community, because this is where we venture through state to state, through town to town, just to see how much house, cabins, and acreage, and sometimes churches we get for our money. So here's one of the bedrooms. We continue with hardwood flooring. Now you can always have your general contractors come out. You have your home inspections, and they'll tell you if the windows are wood, vinyl, or aluminum. Those look like they're vinyl. Or this one here in this bedroom here. This house has got a lot of potential, and that's what we're looking at. Now this could be another bedroom, home office space if you need it. It's great that it has hardwood flooring. Under $50,000 for a house, you can call all your own. Take your time, modernize it, spruce it up. Do whatever you like with it. It's going to get warmer and warmer in Virginia. And you can pitch a tent while you're renovating if you need to. But that is a really, really pretty little house right there for somebody for under $50,000, Victoria, Virginia. 1402 12th Street. And I do have the descriptions and the listing agencies in the description box below each video, just an FYI. So let's see the street view on this one. Look how pretty this is. It's on a corner lot. So you do have some neighbors. You always do diligence with researching your neighborhoods and things, of course. But this is very nice for under $50,000. You might not be too far from town. So let's see where we are on the map. Lunenburg County right here. Okay, so let's see where we are. We have Burkeville up to the north. Okay, so we are in southern Virginia for the most part. You've got Virginia Beach over here to the east. You've got South Boston down to the southwest. Farmville right above us to the northwest. And you've got Richmond right up here to the northeast. And there we are, 1402 12th Street, Victoria, Virginia right there. Sweet. $49,900. And the description for this one says, well, it doesn't say anything. Can you believe that? If I were the seller of this property, I would be having a fit right about now. It needs to have some property details. And when we look at the history, it was just listed for $49,900. The house is 85 years old. So I'm sorry, I did not realize I should have looked closer, but there's no description. More reason to call the agent, I suppose, and go look at it. And again, the real estate tax rate is 0.76% in Virginia. And this one is $49,900. 0.04 of an acre. It's built in 1940, but on the market for 12 days. That's a cute house for somebody. Victoria, Virginia. So now we're headed into Anderson, South Carolina. Check out this cute little place. $49,900. It's on a little more than a quarter of an acre. This house has 1,040 square feet of living space with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. You'll find this one at 428 Morningside Drive, Anderson, South Carolina, 29625. It's only been on the market 3 days, so it's hot off that listing press. And it doesn't say what year it was built, so let's see what we're getting for our money in Anderson, South Carolina for $49,900. This is cute. So I have an AI rendering to show you what this house will look like with another color. But this is a very nice little single family ranch. Might have a basement. Nice covered entry there. Shutters around the windows. 3 AC units. Have a chain link fence. That's nice for pets or children. 428 Morningside Drive. That's a pretty address. $49,900 right here. Now in Anderson, South Carolina, in South Carolina, the real estate tax rate is 0.53%. So here we have some really nice hardwood flooring, but it looks like it might need some attention. So it's a light interior with some wood trim. So there's your heater when you need it. Gas heater, I should say. So that is a living room. Now for this house here, we may be able to get in there and maybe put a header in, maybe open it up if you wanted. Give you more of an open floor plan. Because more than likely the kitchen is right behind this wall. Yeah, right here we go. So this is the kind of house where I've always said that I would not have this. I would not have that opening. I would remove this wall right here. I'd add counter high chairs. I'd give it a fresh coat of paint that paneling. That linoleum has probably been on that floor for years. It still looks like it's in really good condition. You could remove it and add new floor covering if you choose. But you do have your door to get you outside, and hopefully that's a Dutch door. That'd be fabulous. This is a cute house too with loads of potential. Under $50,000 in Anderson, South Carolina. So you do have your counter range right there, your refrigerator, your double sink with a window above it. Look at all the cabinets. Very nice. I have an AI rendering of this kitchen as well with a white countertop to show you what that would look like. Yeah, that's not a Dutch door, but it would be nice if it were. $49,900 in Anderson, South Carolina. Any of you looking in South Carolina, take a look at this and let us know in the comments. Under $50,000 for a house that you could move into and call your own. Nice. 2 windows above the sink. There's your wall oven. Now you could possibly find a new location for your washing machine there. Or you do a load of laundry and a load of dishes all at the same time, I guess. Right? Why not? Get it all done. Multitask. And make yourself some food and bake yourself a cake. Gotta have some fun on this channel, you guys. Can't be too serious all the time, right? Lighten it up. Have a good time. So there's your dryer. So hopefully there's maybe a space that you could hook up your laundry or your washer. If not, maybe you could build on. That looks like it leads right to the back deck. That's nice. $49,900 in Anderson, South Carolina. There's one of the bedrooms. This is cute. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do with this one. This is a cute house right here for somebody. Another one that needs some life brought to it. Another house that needs saved. Because you know what I say, people need houses and houses need people. $49,900. So there's our tub and shower combination. Looks like the vanity's been updated. Does have the window there. You've got a little medicine cabinet. That might be vinyl flooring in your bathroom, which would be great. You could always repaint the tub. I've seen that done on some of the YouTube episodes and on different channels, and it turns out really nice. You could take this out and just add a single walk-in shower if you wanted. Always modern touches could be added, I suppose. Or you can leave it the way it is and live in it. Live in it for many years to come. Here's another bedroom. Now that one does have some carpet. $49,900 in Anderson, South Carolina. Look at that closet. Wish the agent would have opened up the door, but it's there nonetheless. Beautiful lot. Look at this. That's a nice fence that keeps your kids or your pets in. How pretty is that? And I would imagine when those trees are in full bloom, beautiful. Have yourself a little outbuilding there. Plenty of room for your fire pit. Yeah, you could add a wraparound deck onto the back side of that. That's cute. $49.9 in Anderson, South Carolina. So you do have some neighbors. There's your floor plan. Your primary bedroom is 14 by 13. Your bath is 7 by 7. Another bedroom is 12.6 by 13.5. Deck is 5.8 by 8.6. Laundry is 3 by 9. Your dining area is 9.11 by 13.5. Your kitchen's 9.11 by 13. And your living room is 15 by 13. Super sweet. And your porch is 11.7 by 6.3. That's a cute house right there for somebody. $49.9 in Anderson, South Carolina. Cute. And 428 Morningside Drive. That's a pretty address. Only on the market 3 days. So let's see what our street view looks like. Look at this. How cute is this? So you have a lot of room for your gardening. Big driveway there for a lot of parking. That's very nice. You have a storage area across the road. Very pretty right there. And then let's look at Anderson, South Carolina on the map. All right, so where are we here? You got a lot of amenities. You have a Mexican restaurant, Barnwood Grill. You have a public well cafe and pizza. You can grab yourself a coffee and a pizza all at the same time. You have an Ingles Market. So here we are in Anderson. So we are really close to the Georgia line. Abbeville is down to the southeast. We have Calhoun Falls down to the south. And up to the north, we have Pendleton, Spartanburg, Hendersonville's up here. That's North Carolina. So here we are. Red marks a spot. So we have Athens down here, Newberry, Greenwood, Simpsonville, Greenville, Spartanburg, and Clemson. And Columbia's down here to the southeast a pinch. This is Anderson, South Carolina, 428 Morningside Drive. And for the details, don't let this investment hide check on this turnkey investment get away. It's a single-story, well-cared-for home with hardwood floors throughout, as well as updated mechanicals, new roof in 17, new water heater in 2024, septic tank pumped in 24, and natural gas heater. And let's see, it says it's a cash buy. And drive was constructed across the property line, and part of it sits inside an unopened road. So there might be, you may want to do some research on that one. And this one was listed in March for $85,000. They removed it. Now they're down to $49.9, and it could be because of that driveway situation. Because it says drive was constructed across the property line, and as part of it sits inside an unopened road. So that might be part of the reason, but there are always ways to rectify that as far as I'm concerned. And so that one's $49.9 in Anderson, South Carolina. Definitely worth a look in person nonetheless. And again, it has 1,040 square feet. So if the driveway's over somebody or on another line, you could just modify that, I think. But again, have your general contractors come out and have professionals take a look at that and tell you what you can do with it, because that might be a really good find for somebody that wants a little quarter of an acre and a little single family ranch. Nice. Now we're headed into Andover, New York. Some of you have been asking me in the comments about finding properties in New York. So here is one. Look at this place. The photographs are a little bit blurry. This is a foreclosure. It's $42,400 sitting on 9.9 acres of land. And we have to remember, we're getting the house, we're getting a well, we're getting the septic and utilities. Now, if those are in working order for this foreclosure, you might be ahead in the game. If not, make them an offer. And now, I'm not sure if the utilities are on. This is at 4385 Pingrey Hill Road, Andover, New York, 14806. It's been on the market for 55 days. The house was built in 1970. $42,400, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. This house has 2,698 square feet, almost 10 acres of land. So let's see how much house we're getting for $42,400 in Andover, New York. We have a covered porch along the bottom. We have an open deck on the top. Looks like it's wood-sided with maybe a metal roof. Look at this. This is a good-sized house. Now, in Andover, New York, we're in Allegany County, where your population is only 1,042 people. The median home values in this area are over $300,000 for properties. And the real estate tax rate in New York is 1.54%. And in South Carolina, it's 0.53%. Okay, so this one's going to need some attention. So we're going to need a ceiling, first and foremost. So this is going to need some help. but it's under $43,000 with almost 10 acres of land. Maybe you just want it for the land. Maybe you want to build yourself a new house. I'd ask how long this has been sitting vacant and unoccupied because, you know, they don't increase in value. You can always make an offer. You might be able to pick this up for $35,000. You never know until you ask. Could be bank owned. We'll look at the description and history here in a minute. This is a good size house, almost 2,700 square feet of living space. You could move in with 1 or 2 people here, share the expenses, share the property, the land, have yourself a farm. I bet this is really nice in person. Look at that kitchen. Now, I have rendered this as well, so you'll see that in a few minutes. But that's a nice kitchen. Now, for me, I would remove these overhead cabinets and maybe add a different counter where it hangs over so you can have some counter high chairs on the end. Vinyl flooring in the kitchen from what it looks like. We do have a double sink and a microwave. Refrigerator looks like it's going to have to be hauled out of there. So we have variation of flooring. Sliding glass doors. Now this photograph of the house was taken during the winter months, it looks like. So it's hard to say what's going on with it, but it's 9.9 acres of land nonetheless. So here's your maybe attic or upstairs room for storage. Almost 2,700 square feet of space, and this house is sitting out there probably in the middle of nowhere, just, you know, just another one that needs saved. So here's your walk-in shower, more vinyl flooring. There's your walk-in closet, or at least a linen closet. Here's another view of the bathroom. This one somebody needs to scoop up just for the property alone. I bet that's really pretty in person. Looks like they started on it and just didn't finish it and walked away from it. 4385 Pingrey Hill Road, Andover, New York, 14806. And again, the descriptions and the addresses and the counties are listed in the description box below the video. It was built in 1970, on the market for 55 days. Let's see if we can get a street view. Look at this. So you're on a dirt road here. Look at this. Wow. So it looks like it has a garage. I bet this is really something. Somebody needs to go check this out. Wow. I bet you're going to have an abundance of wildlife, of course. You're out there all by yourself. That one definitely needs to be saved. Almost 10 acres of land. So let's see where we are on the map. Any of you looking in New York? Wow, check this one out. Andover, New York. Where are we here? Okay, so we have, let's see. You have campsites nearby. Bynes Hill campsites. Tall Pines ATV park. If you want to go ride your ATVs, I'd be riding my pony. Okay, so let's see. We have Hartsville up here to the northeast. We have Alfred. So if any of you go to Alfred State, let's see. West Union down to the south. Independence down to the south. We are Hornell is up here to the north. You're going to get some snow here. So this is in southern New York, really close to the PA line. Yeah, because right here's the PA line. Ulysses is down to the south there in PA. So you've got Dansville, probably not too far from Rochester, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's Rochester up there to the north. There's Buffalo up to your northwest, Olean down to your southwest, Elmira and Horseheads and Corning are over here to the southeast. So this is Andover, New York. Andover. 4385 Pingrey Hill Road, pardon me. And it says, looking for a great opportunity, look no more. Property has potential and almost 2,700 square feet, located close to main roads with easy access to local amenities such as your shopping, your banking, and your various eateries. And when we look at the history on this one, this was sold for $92,000 in 98. Then they sold it for $100,000 in 01. Now they're asking $42,400 for it. And it was 55 years old. So who knows what kind of shape it's in. It could be way worse than what the photographs show because it's been sitting vacant, but never be afraid to make the offer. But for the taxes, it says they were $5,067 on $151,000 assessment. So maybe that's why it's not selling, because maybe people are afraid what their taxes are going to be once they fix it up. But nonetheless, it needs saved. Needs saved. $42,400, almost 10 acres of land. Wow. That's a good find for somebody. Okay, so now we're headed into Madrid, New York. Look at this one. This one's sitting on 38.1 acres of land. So any of you want land, this might suit your needs. You can maybe divide it up, give some to a family member or a friend, and share in the expenses. Look at this, $48,000. This house is 1,647 square feet, 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. 4012 County Route 14, Madrid, New York, 13660. Now I'm going to tell you right up front, it's a mess. You'd want to have a huge dumpster. You're going to have to clean it out. Some might just burn it to the ground, and I hate to even say that, but somebody might. You could get in there and just completely remove everything from the inside and start fresh. You could build yourself a new house or maybe more than one. And this has been on the market for 13 days. This house was built in 1850. So this is going to be an oldie. I'm not sure if it's a goodie because it is a mess. So let's see what we're getting. I'm just going to go through and show you the photographs real quick, and then we'll try to get to the outside pictures. And I have AI rendering of this one as well. So that's what we see of the outside. So it looks like you have a shingle roof. You have an enclosed porch there on the side. It's a mess. It's a real shame how people, human beings, just leave a house like this and just leave it. Just leave it. It's a shame. But it's definitely another one on 38 acres that needs saved. And it does have a barn. I'd love to see this. It's on a concrete foundation, so we have wallpaper. We're just going to have to look past the mess. We'll just go through this real quick because it's an eyesore. It's an eyesore. And this is how some people just leave things, and it's a shame. But one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? Isn't that what they say? Or one woman's trash is another woman's treasure? That might be what some of you will say about this one. Or if any of you are looking for almost 40 acres of land, I think that's less than $1,300 an acre. And the well, the septic, the utilities, clean it out. I wish it were cleaned out so we could really get a good look at it. There could be hardwood floor beneath that carpet. There's what we see of the bathroom. And I'm sorry, I just had to show this because of the land, but it is a mess. So there is some staining on the ceiling there. You got a window above your double sink. Just going to go through here kind of quickly. Got paneling. Could be hardwood flooring. You never know till you get in there. There's some cabinets. That could be a bedroom. It's a mess. But we're looking at the potential this house has. It's just screaming for someone to give it some attention, give it some love, get a dumpster, throw all that stuff away, start fresh. Because I don't know. This is disturbing. So there's another room. Look at the size of that bedroom there. That's a good size bedroom. It's a 2-story house. Look at that. Oh, I'd take it just for the barn. I'd live in the barn if I had to. Look at that. So you haven't, that looks like it's in pretty good shape. Of course, when you're there in person, you get down to the fine details, right? But we do have what that looks to be like an enclosed lean-to on the side of it. You have a slider door, barn door on the front. I'd save that barn and I would just do what I could with it. That and the house itself. Look at how beautiful that property is. Right about now, that's got to be about just gorgeous. Now, in Madrid, New York, we're in Lawrence County, where your population is 1,735 people, and the real estate tax rate is 1.54%. Wow. Almost 40 acres of land. I mean, who cares what the house looks like? That's what I'm thinking. Who cares about the house? I'll just live on the land. You could just live with some people. You could have a community here. Maybe you could build some tiny houses. Maybe you want to build some yurts. Maybe you want to have some campers. Maybe you want to have a campground with 38 acres, depending on the county regulations. And again, it's Lawrence County. But that is a beautiful house right there. It really is. If that were just freshened up and just all the debris was removed from the inside, if it's structurally sound, that might be this could be a great buy for somebody. You just don't know until you get in there. And again, my apologies that it's such a wreck. I don't normally like to show houses like this in this kind of condition with all that, human filth on the inside of it. That's the polite way to put it. But it's 38 acres nonetheless. 4012 County Route 14. $48,000. And that's a foreclosure. So more than likely, they're looking for a cash deal. And you could possibly buy that up real cheap because these banks don't want to sit on these houses. They don't want to pay the taxes on them. It was built in 1850, 13 days on the market. Let's see if we can get a street view. Oh my goodness, look at this. So this is your area. Oh, beautiful little country road. Take me home. And so let's see where we are on the map. So we're right near Grass River. Any of you familiar with this area? Let us know in the comments. Any of you want to scoop this up and save it? Definitely leave me a comment. So we have a fun center nearby. So let's see, you've got a boarding kennel for dogs and cats. You could have one yourself on almost 40 acres of land. You could have a beautiful horse farm. You could raise those chickens and ducks, grow a garden, just have some peace and quiet. So here's Madrid. So we are up near Chase Mills. So we are, let's see here. We're near Montreal. Now that is a beautiful area. So we are close to Alexandria Bay, Potsdam. So you're going to get some snow because you are on the west side of Plattsburgh. You're probably going to get close to 70 inches of snow on a good winter. There's Lake George down there to the south. Ottawa's up here to your northwest. Yeah, so we are way up there. Burlington, Vermont is over here to your east. So yeah, we're right above Potsdam, New York right here, and Madrid. Almost 40 acres of land. You're going to have to be pretty hardy to live in this neck of the woods, but nonetheless, it's at 4012 County Route 14, Madrid, New York, 13660. And it says here, house for sale just outside of Madrid, 4 bedrooms, 1 bath, has 38.1 acres, located on the Grass River. And that's all the description says. Okay, so I guess we're going to let the interior speak for itself. And it was sold in 2007 for $65,000. So now they've listed it, and it's 175 years old, built in 1850. And for the taxes on this one, it says it was $2,539 in taxes on a $64,500 assessment. And again, the real estate tax rate is 1.54%. That's a really pretty farmhouse for somebody. I hope somebody just saves that. It's just, what a shame, isn't it? It really is a shame how people live and how they leave things and they just walk away and I guess hopefully wash their hands of it. So let's see what I've done with Madrid. Here is Madrid. So here's what it looks like currently, and that's what it could look like with a new roof. Oops, sorry about that. With a new roof and a new enclosed porch. You can have a decorative star on the front of it there. You could add an open deck if you like, but that's what it could look like. And so then we're going back over to the Andover house here. And the Andover house, I wanted to show you, if you didn't want to renovate the farmhouse, if you didn't want it to look like that, you could build a new one and you could have it look like this. Isn't that pretty? So if you want to build a new farmhouse and you want to have some white fencing around it and some nice flowering shrubs, you could do that on your 38 acres. Gotta love the AI. Okay, so here's the one in Andover, New York on the 9.9 acres. So the Andover kitchen currently looks like this, but we could add blue cabinets and move that refrigerator out of the way. And so this is what it would look like without the overhead cabinet above the island here. And painting the interior white and the doors white. And adding some hardwood flooring. So I thought that was really pretty. Let's change it up a little bit. And so then when we head into South Carolina, so this is a South Carolina house. Now if we want to switch up the exterior, this is what it would look like white instead of blue, with white with black shutters and your flowering shrub there. And then if you wanted to redo the kitchen in the Anderson house, it could look like this. So instead of the faux butcher block countertop, you could add white, still have the white sink, the window above it, add some different hardware to your white cabinets. And then there's your cooktop, range cooktop. So that's what it could look like with white cabinets. I thought that was really pretty. And then here is the house in, Victoria, Virginia. Oh, it's going to Oh, here we go. There's a Victoria, Virginia house, and here is your kitchen. So this is what it looks like currently with your tall vertical cabinets, your window with a double sink, and then this is what it could look like. All fresh and painted. Isn't that pretty? It's nice that it has the door there to get you outside. And that is a Victoria, Virginia house. So we have the Victoria, Virginia house here for $49,900. We have Anderson, South Carolina for $49,900. We have Andover, New York on 9.9 acres for $42,400. Or we have Madrid, New York on 38.1 acres for $48,000. Somebody needs to save these houses. Let's save houses, right? Hope you're all having a great day. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell because the house you're not looking for, maybe in the next episode. It's always great to be with you guys. Thanks so much for spending time with me. And I hope you're all having a great day. Keep those cups full of happiness, that glass full of gratitude. And we'll see you in the next episode because more houses are coming up. Cheers.